Have
It's
you
a
heard
cube.
of Spyro Spring Savannah?
Spring Savannah?
Oh, it's so awesome. So someone is like making. There were originally going to be 4 worlds in Spyro 2 because 4 seasons and whatnot. Because you got winter tundra, summer, whatever. So they never made spring. So someone's actually making a fan game, calling it Spring Savannah, and it's the final hub world that was never made, basically. And um, and it's really cool. They're using their own engine, but they're recreating it to be exactly like the PS1 Spyro games. And it looks super cool. Like the graphic style looks exactly like PS1 as well.
Wait, was it really? How have
Oh,
it been this long? I haven't realized it was spring.
yeah.
Huh. Summer forest, autumn plains, winter tundra.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and even like Dragon Sword Shores is more like summer, so
Yeah. So it's
weird.
it's really
Huh.
cool.
I mean, I could see if it came out in a year's time, so they probably obviously were rushed.
Yeah.
I'm sure somewhere the assets exist for or plans for one exist. I'd be interested to see what they were gonna try and do.
Yeah, I've no idea. But they're making it from scratch. And the great thing is they're actually going to release the assets when they're done, so people can make their own fan games.
See,
really cool.
Activision or whatever. I guess you're going straight to Spyro. Always let the fans like develop it. You get good shit like Sonic Mania.
Yeah, Sonic Mania is just legendary. I love that game so much.
Who would win, a fan game made by a small team of developers, or a 4-year magnum opus game that
Sonic Forces? I did not realize Sonic Forces had been in development for 4 years. Like, why?
It doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, apparently, I like the game. I actually do like it. I think it's actually super fun, but it doesn't have the same charm, I guess. But
I'm gonna put it as the world's first clickbait. Oh, you just knocked him off. The world's first clickbait video game. Because Sonic Forces leads you on this huge premise of things that actually like never go anywhere.
Oh, I died.
And like, I don't want to like say specific things because it is recent and I don't want to spoil it. But there's certain aspects of the game where you're like, is this gonna happen? And it doesn't. And
yeah, it's wasted potential.
Get acted off to the side immediately too.
Yeah, it's very wasted potential. I agree. I like the gameplay though, but apparently the level design it was all done by 3 people, and 3 people who one of them had done Lost World, I think, and the other 2 have never done a game in their life. It was just like, okay, you trusted the future of the Sonic franchise to 3 people who are total new to this. That's ridiculously ballsy or stupid, and I don't know which one.
Well, I think the worst part are like, honestly, this is gonna sound weird, but Mach Speed needs to be like overhauled. there is I don't know if it's just maybe Sega's creativity in terms of what they can actually do with Mach Speed levels or bosses is just not there, but it ends up being the same over and over. All the Mach Speed portions, and especially the bosses, all the Mach Speed bosses just feel exactly the same.
Yeah. By the way, this is a cheap enemy. That fucking fireball homes in like hell. That's no.
What? What is your hitbox?
Ah, it's balls. Yeah, I remember this now. I remember why I didn't enjoy this game. It's really unfair and stiff.
Maybe, like I said, we're just starting, but this game feels very empty. Like, there's just nothing here. It's 1 or 2 enemies.
It's not great. Like, Spyro, the GBA Spyros, for all their faults, have a lot going for them, actually. I really like
I think they knew how to condense the experience down into a GBA title, but this is like DS, so they tried to get more ambitious, and I feel like it didn't work out for them.
I think it's also, like, with the GBA Spyros, they were trying to replicate the feel of the PS1 games, and in a way that actually works. They were actually quite successful, I'd argue. They did a good job of it. with what they had. Can I get up here? I certainly fucking hope so.
No.
How can I not? Okay, I can get on this one apparently. God, I'm getting some slowdown. How can I be getting
That's
slowdown?
what I was saying. I was like, is that? I wasn't gonna mention it because I thought it might be my connection, but like I was noticing the game slowing down.
How can I be getting slowdown? Like, how
the
can
rocks, maybe?
There's nothing here, and also, why can I not get on here, but I can get on this one? Are they not the
that
same
one's
height?
a little bit higher.
But they look exactly the same.
You should be killing the guy behind you.
Yeah,
first.
I know.
He does so much damage.
I know, I was working on it. No, don't you dare. Don't you dare, you sick! You sick freak! Okay, good. We win.
It looks like if you can just... The strategy of this game is get the enemy into the nearest corner.
Pretty much, yeah. It is a... Oh, that's a lot of them. It is a viable strategy that has worked very well for me so far. Oh, apparently I can go in here. I don't want to, though, because I know what's going to happen. They're all probably going to respawn or something. I don't want them to respawn.
It says there's 2 enemies left. Is it counting that guy?
Oh, I want to... Oh.
What?
Well, okay.
How can he shoot you from a platform you can't get on?
It homes. It's very good. Oh, boy.
Well, let's see if everything respawns.
Well, how did that one respawn? I killed it. Oh, because it's part of the same one. No. Really?
Well, time to go in the door at least.
Oh,
see where the
really?
door
That's
takes us.
stupid. Okay, so some of
Help!
them are like linked to the same ones. So you kill. You're free. Hooray! Good for you.
Huh?
What a harrowing experience. I'm glad you're such a heroic guy. Oh, that's good. Right. 4 more people to rescue. Good. Yeah, so these ones and the ones up there are tied to a different dragon altogether. And if I don't save that dragon, I don't keep the reward, I guess.
Weird.
Good. Very happy about that.
I don't know why I'm getting like really big flashbacks to Aragon on DS. I think I'm just thinking about dragons, and it also had stuff to cast spells in that game, like the teleportation pads.
I don't really know.
That was a
about
god
them.
awful movie. The book is way better.
Oh, okay, so maybe. I was gonna say I don't really know about it, but sure.
Yeah, it was like a big. I think it was.
How
pretty
did
big
you
in
kill
America.
me? You didn't fire anything.
Holmes.
But it's This is gonna be a long playthrough. Good thing we got things to talk about.
What are these enemies even though? Like, I don't know. I sure you can get creative, but they don't resemble anything. Like, what am I supposed to like think about this enemy?
These are so cheap. Could you tone them down? This is level 1. Do I get?
Have we even leveled up yet?
No, I'm assuming I have to level up through some greater power. What
We've
that
gotten a
greater
fair
power
amount of
might be.
XP.
Yeah. What that... Fuck off. What that greater power might be, I do not know. So, question. When's, the Video Game Awards, like, actually, like, the victor announced?
Don't they usually do it, like, after the year's over, like, in January
Because I know
or something?
that the voting has begun now. And the categories are pretty cool. Cuphead's up for a lot of awards, and I'm so glad.
Isn't it up against, like, in terms of indie games, so...
Wait, what was it up against, sorry? You sort of cut out.
Night in the Woods for
Oh,
indie games.
I
think
haven't
it's
played
on
Night in the...
there.
Yeah, I haven't played Night in the Woods, so I don't know what that game's like.
Yeah, I haven't either, but I know it's really popular.
Yeah, it is. Actually, interestingly, there was, so, Cuphead was put up for Best Indie, which I voted for. And then there was Best Newcomer Indie, so new developers. And I didn't actually vote for Cuphead in that regard. I voted for a game called Hollow Knight. I don't know if you've played or seen it.
I have a friend who is super into Hollow Knight, and he says it's definitely his favorite game of the year.
Yeah, let me tell you. Forget Castlevania, forget Metroid, Super Metroid. That Hollow Knight is my favorite Metroidvania ever made. It is
Really?
perfection. and fucking creepy, but it is just amazing. It is an absolutely godlike game. And they've also released free DLC for it, like 2 whole new expansions of the game, like 5 new bosses, completely free. They're intent. It's a hard game. Like, you need to get good, but it's so fun.
I'm really hoping that they do something like that with Cuphead, where there's like an expansion pack to it, because I think the game's mechanics are like flawlessly executed, but it'd be cool if they like release bosses every so often, or like new levels.
I don't know if they're planning on doing that, but they did say that Cuphead will return at some point.
I think they are. I think they did say they will try to. They might try to port it to Switch at least.
I believe that's not the case.
I think they said if there was enough support for it on the Switch that they would consider doing.
I would be surprised, but just because Microsoft bought them out.
Oh, seriously?
Well, no, they didn't buy. They didn't buy them, but Microsoft paid for everything pretty much. It's the only reason.
Okay.
Like, it was Microsoft that allowed them to continue development. Like, they left their jobs with no money in order to at least try. And Microsoft bought it. Well, not bought it, but just, like, funded the development. So I would be incredibly surprised if that was the case. I'm pretty sure they said that they're never releasing to anything else. It's just PC and Xbox One. But...
Oh, is it not even on PS4?
No.
I didn't realize that.
No.
Huh.
But I'm fine with that. I would love it to be on PS4, but I'm fine that it's not. Like, I get it. And it's still on PC. You can still play it. I've actually got an Xbox, so I've got it on Xbox One. Like, I enjoy it there. I don't.
How does it function as a water cooler? What would you say?
It's good. I like it. It's a big old box that weighs down my shelves, and it has a couple of games that I do like playing on it.
It's interesting to me that Persona 5 is not nominated for Best Narrative.
That is surprising. Yeah, Nier's on there, right?
Nier, Wolfenstein 2, Horizon Zero Dawn, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, and What Remains of Edith Finch.
I've not seen Edith Finch, but I've heard very good things about it, so that's not surprising that that's on there. Horizon, have you seen or played Horizon? Because Horizon is amazing. This section of the game is bullshit.
I was super hyped for Horizon when I was seeing trailers and everything. But ultimately, you know what the issue is? It released so close to Breath of the Wild that I didn't have the time to play it.
Okay. I'm gonna go controversial. What are your thoughts on Breath of the Wild? Because I can't remember if you've actually talked about this on the Discord or not. You might have seen my... Yeah, you've seen my thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I was just having this debate today because I actually brought up what you posted in some of my other Discords just in terms of like what Breath of the Wild is up against for Game of the Year. And it's fairly split. Like, to me personally, I'm gonna like be honest and say like I never fully completed Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
I've played a lot of hours, but I haven't fully completed it. And
I am the
reason why is that it honestly feels like it wastes your time. And that's like, and that could be good and bad, right? Like, if you want to like explore and just not care about the main story and just wow, like it's vast, like you can do anything, right?
Yeah.
But like, I feel like I wasn't doing anything, and
yes.
I felt like my wandering around.
Thank you.
Like,
that is a good way of describing it that I've not been able to put into words.
I felt like my exploring, while I like was rewarded sometimes by like finding chests and Korok seeds, I felt like I wasn't achieving anything, and that's why like I really prefer Odyssey, and I've been really engaged in Odyssey.
Oh my god, it's so fucking bullshit!
Are we still here?
It's so bullshit!
Do we have to kill these guys?
Yes! We need to free all the dragons here! It's the fucking... I'm not even playing badly! It's so bullshit! You can't just tail whip them and then go in for the kill with the stab, because you can't get close enough. Which means you have to give it time to attack you, and all it takes is like five frames to go into attack mode, and it'll get you wherever you move, because it fucking homes. It's awful! Anyway, continue.
Like, my point was saying that, like, in Odyssey, even though you can argue Odyssey's exploration isn't, like, to the point of Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, it has almost
I
the
like
opposite
that it's I
problem.
like that it's self-contained exploration. That
Yes.
sounds like contradicting.
No, I
but
know
like
what you mean.
it's non-stop. Like if you are exploring, you are constantly finding things.
Yes, but that is in some
all
ways
the time.
almost the opposite problem. You're finding too much for like no reason at times, I guess. Like
In Breath of the Wild, I think you're finding too little for what you're doing.
and the problem is the dungeons are not a good payoff. That's I think
the dungeons, or I guess they're trials, right?
Yeah,
I thought they were well designed and really interesting, and I like that there was no definitive way to solve it, right?
Yes, no,
like,
the trials themselves are good.
Every other Zelda dungeon's like, here's the item you got for this dungeon, use it to solve this dungeon.
Yes,
and
but at the same time, they're not a big fuck off. They're not a big like it's not a big dungeon, and I missed that feeling.
It's less about the dungeons for me, and more about like it's weird. Like in Odyssey, you can tell that they fully intended you to get everywhere you can.
Yes.
Because like even in areas where you're like, can I just get there for the heck of or for the sake of getting there? There's like coins or like a shit ton of coins or like stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I feel like going the extra mile in Breath of the Wild, sure, maybe you'll get a Korok seed or something, but like overall, there's not much of a reason.
Yeah, I
to like,
know what you mean.
just because you can, it's like Breath of the Wild is like, just because you can go there doesn't mean I want to go there. But in Odyssey, it's like, if I can go there, I might as well try to get there.
Is this the TARDIS? How did this is a tiny house, and I've just entered into this, like, palace.
Magic.
Sure, yeah. Sorry, continue. I got distracted by this.
I mean, ultimately, though, the other point of the discussion is that Breath of the Wild is supposed to be more based about survival, and yeah, it captures that a lot better. So it's like, I can't objectively say that Breath of the Wild is, like, that's honestly my point of just Game Awards in general, but I can't objectively say that Breath of the Wild is a better game than Odyssey, but I found Odyssey more engaging than Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I find there are far too many issues with the game to justify a 10 out of 10. Like there are so many parts of the game where I just felt myself getting bored or getting aggravated that I was running out of weapons or whatever. Like, I have a clip. Admittedly, it's not mine. It was from when I was watching Game Grumps. But I have a clip of Game Grumps taking out their bow for the first time. They just picked it up, firing 4 arrows, and the bow is broken. What the fuck? Like, that... I know it's in some ways, like, counterintuitive to say these words, but I feel like despite whatever universal creative world you're going into, you need an element of realism to keep you tethered to reality. You need something that feels grounded, if that makes... Like, just so I can buy into it. And that takes me out of the illusion immediately.
Okay, I just remembered my other point of the exploration earlier. You get 0 feedback in Breath of the Wild. That could be good or bad, but like, to me personally, that's like what's part of it is like, am I doing anything?
No.
Like,
no
wait, do we have to do the
fucking
house
way.
again?
No. It saved me with no health. That is bullshit.
Wait, you have 1 health left?
Because I went into the house. It's kept my health.
Way.
No way. Oh, fuck no. That's such bullshit.
Can we tap the butterfly to heal?
Maybe. Yes. Wow, amazing.
That was hardly anything.
Fuck off. That's dreadful. You've got to be shitting me. I'm going into a different house. There might be health in here or something. That is fucking awful.
Oh, no, more enemies.
That's fine. They're not the bullshit ones. As long as they're not those, that's all that matters.
Can we level up to get some health? Anything?
Oh, I don't know. Leveling up is impossible, right?
Yeah, but like I was saying, you don't get for better or worse, I felt like you didn't get any feedback from Breath of the Wild when you were exploring, so you just didn't have any idea if what you were doing is right. And I guess like the point of the game is there's no right way to play it. But like in Odyssey, like if you're doing something right, the game will like give you feedback. Like if you're near something that you can ground pound, you'll feel the HD rumble.
Yeah.
Or like you can see if there's like a crack in the wall, then like it's not there for no reason or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's always a purpose.
Right. And that's not to say that like just having a world exist for like and stuff exist for no reason is a bad thing, because it does like add some level of like depth, but oh god, that dragon was a little bit creepy.
It was
looking.
Ember. That is Ember. The girl dragon from A Hero's Tale.
Oh! Huh.
I've gotten so strong. Mmm, tasty. Bye.
Oh, bye. I thought there'd be like a moment there, but I guess not.
Nope. No, she's gone. I'm reverting. I'm freeing myself. Oh, there's like fuckloads of lore if you want it. Legends of Dragonkind. The Inquirer. Oh, that's fucking awful. Oh.
Yeah, but point is like it's very easy to draw comparisons between Breath of the Wild and Odyssey, but I think it's just ultimately pointless and just preference. And I think, like I said, my biggest issue with Game of the Year awards in general are just, you can't compare all those games of completely different genres and rate them on the same scale of creativity. Because actually, a friend of mine like gave a really good point where they were like, I felt like Zelda did more different, or I felt like Breath of the Wild did more different for the Zelda franchise than Odyssey did different for the Mario franchise. There's like a little bit of truth to that I can see. But like it's just like, it's objective. You can't like compare the two games because they're not trying to be the same thing.
Yeah,
At the end of the day.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Oh my god, thank Christ, a butterfly. Eat it! I can farm off this bastard.
I guess Ember's still here. That's nice.
Yeah, I guess they stick around in the area we save them. Oh, I can't pick up a key because fucking keys.
Oh, we have to get a keychain. I forgot that was a mechanic.
Oh, is that in this game as well? I guess so.
I would have to assume so.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. There's more lore if you want it. So I'll at least look at what it's called, because the name might be interesting. Engineering.
Engineering? Why?
No, you know what? I'm reading this one. Why the fuck does this... The Amazing Dragon Village Gates. The gate system in Dragon Village is a marvel of engineering. The gates replaced the original system back in 1128, comprised of 2 composite sliding doors weighing 2. What the fuck is this?
Why was so much effort put into the gate? I mean, it said something about breakers around the town, so maybe that comes into play later.
I don't know.
But
oh, a crystal of intelligence. Sweet.
What does that give us? XP?
I don't know. Let's find out. Increases max MP if I could use it or something, because I don't have any use for MP yet. But whatever. I mean, I'm sure it'll be handy at some point.
Look at that lazy pillar. Look how lazy the house transition is between the 2 rooms.
Yeah.
Like, hello?
Yeah, so you haven't played Horizon then, did you say?
No, I if it didn't come out like the same week
yeah,
as, like,
it did. That
Wild,
was
I would
unfortunate.
have gotten it because I felt like, well, for one, I felt like if I got it, I wouldn't have a lot of time to play it, and 2, I felt like I wouldn't be able to judge it fairly compared to Breath of the Wild. All I know is that like when I saw trailers for that game, I remember distinctly seeing that like robot deer or robot horse. Yes. And I was like, holy shit. If you can ride it, that'd be the best game ever. And then she like tethered to it and started riding it. I lost my mind. Like that was like, oh yes, dude. But yeah, it looked really good. And I think honestly, because Breath of the Wild came out so close to it, it just flew under the radar.
It's just, well, you say that actually, it's one of the best-selling PS4 games of all time. I think it got like 3 million plus. It's really.
I know they did a lot of promotion for it too, so that's good. I mean,
it's done really well, and I bloody love it. It's not 10 out of 10 good, I don't think.
I heard like there's some quirks with the story, but like
I really like the story. Actually, I think the story's fantastic. It goes in places you're not expecting, and that's the thing. Like that's where, for me, it really blew me away. Like the gameplay's phenomenal. I think I think maybe I think I'd have to play it again. Honestly, I think I've been too harsh with that game. I could even give it a higher score. Than I've given it, because I think I had like 9.7, like, so it was near as damn it to 10 out of 10. But like the the gameplay is fantastic. Like, there's not a foot wrong, and I think the gameplay is only stifled by me not really experimenting as much as I probably could have. Like, there's loads you can do with it, and I didn't try it all, I guess, so that's probably my fault. But the story goes in places you're not expecting. Like, they already explained from the get-go, it's a post-apocalyptic world, and it's just way, way beyond, like, the initial post-apocalyptic, like, idea. Like, it's, you know, there's life, it's developed and whatnot. And you, as you go through the game, you discover what happened, and holy shit, it's not what you're expecting, and it's brilliant. It's a really creative story, and that's something that's actually quite hard to find in the industry nowadays.
Well, yeah, I mean, actually, you say that, but this has been, like, probably the best year for single-player games in a really long time.
Yeah, actually, I totally agree. I've been saying for a while now, like, name me a year where there has been more, like, there have been better games that have come out. Like,
better games, just, like, yeah, like, this is probably, honestly,
the best year ever,
if you take into account, like, the Switch releasing, the major releases that came out this year, the surprise releases and announcements this year, it's probably, I would argue, the single best year for gaming.
Yeah,
period.
no, I would, like...
Wow, finally now?
Fucking hell, really? Okay. But how did... Is there, like, a tally that tells me how much experience I need?
There it is.
Oh, right, so there is. Well, at least my HP went up, I think, so that's a plus.
Wait, it's like 4,000 XP to level up. That's forever.
Yeah, it really is. That's awful, but at least it's gone up, so that's something. But no, I agree. I think it's the best year for gaming, and I would be very happy if Mario or Horizon or Persona won, because fucking Persona's so good.
Honestly though, you have to keep in mind who the market, like, not the market, but like who the audience is, and like critics in general. And I honestly think it's so unlikely that Persona 5 is gonna win.
No, I don't think it is, but I would love it too. It's such a great game.
Odyssey has such a huge appeal, and it's the most recent release.
But
so
I think Zelda's gonna win.
Head.
That's the thing I'm worried about. I think Zelda's gonna win because people eat that game up. It was loved by everyone except Jim Sterling, and I was there just like, I agree with him.
I don't know. Like, to be honest though, I think Odyssey has the most recent, like, people behind, like, because it's the most recent, it's freshest in everyone's heads.
I guess.
And also, I really don't know how many kids played Breath of the Wild and really enjoyed it, because, I mean, this is me personally, but if I was, like, a young kid trying to play Breath of the Wild, I would have no idea what I was doing.
No, oh no. Yeah, it's a very complicated game.
Yeah.
There's a lot to get your head around.